we're going to get started with crude oil today. And if we're looking at crude right now, first let me delete some of these old alerts because that's just cluttering up our screen. Crude right now has been making its way off of some recent lows. We see that we came off of this as a really strong demand basing area right here where we've held in the past frequently, very often. Look at this, 65.88 to about 64.62. We held this zone and then we started creating some higher lows and some higher highs. So really looking to see if we could continue here to the bull side on oil today. Now let's see if we have any demand zones. Here we go. Perfect. We have an hourly demand zone that was made pre-market. So we're going to mark this off as our demand. And I'm going to be looking for a long entry if we get some type of pullback into this demand zone. I'll pull my mic closer so you guys could hear me all right. I'm going to add my alert right here. Going to look for longs on crude inside demand. 2 hour, 3 hour. 3 hour looks like it could be basing, and then we had our impulse move, so that makes me think we could continue on this one. Let's take a quick look at crude on Bookmap. Let's get rid of our time and sales. Don't need that. 70 even, key level, very strong level right up in supply, 70 even. So right now what we're looking for on crude oil today, guys, is we're going to be looking to see if we want to stay within the 69.12 to 60 to 70 even range. So this is our range on oil today. What I would love to see is a pullback to this 1 hour demand zone for a possible entry. Now we could throw our volume profile up there too, just to see maybe even just the past few days, just to get an idea of where most of the volume was accumulated. So this is from Thursday into where we are right now, and we do see that there was heavier volume accumulated in this range right over here, and then we didn't really get much volume on this push higher, which is good, and then we started to accumulate again in this demand zone. So let's move it a bit closer. Let's check this towards let's do, what is it, Sunday open, so we could see just this week so far. Look at that. Wow, look at the volume accumulation at this demand zone. So this is a strong area where buyers were very present. This is where I'm going to be looking for some long positions on crude oil today if we could pull back to demand. So we'd enter in demand and we would target supply. Look for a nice 4-to-1 risk to reward on that on crude oil today. We could pull up our stats and see statistically what are the odds that we want to close green today on oil. So we'll go to CL and we're going to go to previous day's range, and we want to go to the daily session because we broke previous day's high overnight. We didn't break previous day's high in the New York session yet. So let me just previous day highs right here, previous day lows right here. Nice rally yesterday, beautiful. What was that, our open price? Let's move our open price right here. So again, look at this, guys. Check this out. My demand zone lines up right underneath the opening price. So if we're able to dip below the open, turn red on the day for a moment, a lot of people flipping bearish, and hold that demand zone, I would look long to either see new high of day or for that rally to continue into that next supply zone that I have marked out up there at 70 even. So really looking for bulls here on oil. Definitely, I'm really liking this setup so far. I am. Yeah, this demand zone, huge, 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 huge. Now let's finish up with these stats. So 71% chance of closing green when we break that previous day high overnight. No, this is ES. Let's make sure crude oil, we're on the right ticker. Crude oil, past 6 months, daily time frame, looking to see 68% of the time we close green after taking a previous day high out. That's pretty huge. I see it's been a bit more green than red, even when we break previous day low. And what I want to see now is by weekday. I think Tuesdays, look at that. Tuesday has a 77% chance of continuing today. That is a big percent chance. Good odds. I do like that. We're going to take a look at that and see. Take a quick screenshot of this. Man, I posted my first huge TikTok. I don't know if I'd call it huge, but 9,000 views and 200 likes. I thought that was pretty cool. It's like, oh my God, I'm famous. Just kidding. All right, guys. Some new members I saw in here, so just want to let you guys know. Pre-market prep. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll do a write-up and I'll put it in the watch list section. So like I'll take a screenshot. We have our stats on the left side that sort of tells us the odds of us continuing or not, and then crude oil or the chart on the right-hand side. So CL, crude oil. And this is actually, I made a video yesterday on how crude oil has been pumping, and that could be because Trump announced new tariffs on any country doing business with Venezuela. So that's sort of a big deal as well. So Trump throwing around these tariffs left and right, up and down, really having an impact on these oil markets. Oil has had a strong reversal lately, comma, and it could be due to more tariff news, period. Trump announced new tariffs on any countries doing business with Venezuela, period. And I don't know, let's see. The Venezuela, and that's a new 25% tariff. And the reason he's doing this, guys, is he's claiming it's to help with the whole drug war on drug situation and everything like that. Um That's always his go-to. The whole illegal thing, them sending over criminals. You guys know his spiel. Um, I'd like to see buyers continue higher, but first I'd like to see us reclaim demand around 69. Ha. And the edge full stat we saw was when we break previous day's high on a Tuesday, we have a 77% chance of closing green. Okay, so that's why I'm looking for longs, right? Stats, odds, everything's in my favor right now for the long positions. Hey, what's up, Pierre? Good morning and hello and welcome to the community. So we just covered crude oil. Now let's cover some ES and NQ. ES and NQ have been in some strong trends as well lately. So let's mark out that previous day high, previous day low. Let's delete yesterday's orb. Delete that range, previous day high. This says gap, but I'm going to change this to our open price because that's where this daily candle opened. And that sort of helps give me direction as well. Previous day low, probably don't need to worry about previous day low. Now, what we might be able to see today is if we could come back and retrace into, so you see how we broke lower, came into this range, we were range bound for a little bit until we broke it. Now, what I would want to know is if we come back into this range for one last test on this daily time frame and then make our way back higher. Let's see if we have any news today. Today is Tuesday, so we don't have any big impactful news today. We only have durable goods tomorrow at 8:30 Eastern, so just keep an eye on that. Make sure you are aware of those events. Now, let's see. Now, obviously, I do have this as a red zone, so that usually those are supply zones. However, I wasn't really giving this the best supply zone strength. Oh, MJ, thank you. That's nice. I'll thank him later. I didn't notice he wrote in the voice chat. What was that? Yesterday, maybe 321. Oh no, a few days ago. All you guys are wealth of knowledge, great trading planning and approach to the market. Lifetime membership Bullishbrs is a no-brainer. I am loving your masterclass, learning a lot. I know now I have an understanding and direction. That's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, that's sort of what the masterclass is for, right? Sort of help you guys, get your feet planted. So you're not sort of like, should I use this strategy? How do I read market? Are we bullish? Are we bearish? No, the masterclass sort of helps you get an understanding of bullish bears. We cover the basics of higher highs, higher lows, supply, demand, market structure, entries, order flow. I tried to cover everything I could think of. Pre-market plans, everything. I want to see 30-minute time frame. I do still have this POC. So let's see where this started out. This starts where? Starts right here, and that is Thursday. So we don't need it from Thursday anymore. Let's pull this to, let's do Sunday. So now we sort of have the week, right? So we have Monday, today's Tuesday. So where's the most volume being traded? Okay, well, I see that the most volume so far this week has been traded in this area. So there's a few things I might look for. Do we reverse at these highs and come back to our volume strength range? Or do we pull back and then reverse somewhere down here where there's low volume, right? A lot of times we get those reversals at low volume areas. So let's see if we have any demand zones. See if we have anything that lines up for a potential entry. Now, I really don't see anything too clean. I see the smallest demand zone right here, but really not the most valid. Only a 4-point demand zone. Now, obviously, it doesn't really matter how many points it is. It matters how the zone formed, but in relation to the market and how we're moving. So this could be a valid spot. Let's check the 30-minute time frame for that drawing one more time, and we see that this supply demand zone does fall in the last two strong volume nodes. So if we were to come back and stay range bound, we should be able to hold this demand zone. Now, if we do fail that, let's see again, let's see if we have any other possible supply or demand zones. I was looking down here because this is a pretty major pivot low, and not for nothing, I'm at least going to mark this out as a sell side liquidity. This 5,800 is a key level. This blue zone I will delete. This is our open price today. I do have, here we go, we do have a 15-minute demand zone right here. So now we're sort of seeing zones overlap, but look how much bigger this 15-minute demand is on top of this 1-hour demand. So this 15-minute demand zone is about 6 points. The 1 hour is only about 4 points. So I am going to be marking them both because these are areas of support. Now, I could also mark this one out, but I think that's getting a little much. Yeah, Pierre, definitely happy to have you on board, man. Let's see, are you trading or do you trade futures or options? And if you want, try to keep the main chat, the chat in the, instead of the voice chat over here in the live stream, do it in the main chat. That way, because I always have the main chat up, and that way I could sort of see what's going on, who's saying what. YouTube guys, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Let me know if you guys are trading anything so far or what you guys see. Are you bullish or bearish today? How is the market going to trade? All right, so this is sort of what we're waiting for on ES. We could take a look real quick to see where gap fill is too. Now our opening price is right here, and our gap fill price is going to be 345 close right here. So our open and gap price are both really, really close together. I'm going to mark this out as our gap. Now we could turn our electronic trading hours one more time. Now, guys, the gap fill, for anybody who doesn't know what the gap fill is, because again, I do see some new faces, and who knows what people don't know. The gap fill just refers to the New York session close from yesterday to the New York session open today. So our gap fill is at 58.13 right now, and we are gapped above it by 18 points. That makes it a 0.3% size of a gap. Now, what we could do is we could use a tool like Edgeful, go to our gap fill price action tool, and we could see, okay, well, gap fill, let's go to our New York session. And right now it does say gap. Oh, nope, this is crude. Go back to ES. It'll tell you the gap forming size is 0.31%. So now what we could do is instead of doing standard, we could do by size. And because it's 0.31%, it gives us those options. 0.31 is going to fall under this category right here. So it's not 0 to 0.19, it's 0.2 to 0.39%. So we're going to click that, and I see that gap ups fill 70% of the time. That is very in my favor. If we're looking at the streaks, we filled those gap ups 5 days in a row. I'm looking for that streak to continue. So what do I look for in that case, right? I have the gap fill. I know what I'm looking for. 70% chance we fill that gap. Okay, well then maybe we come into this gap fill, we come into this open price and we find support, right? Maybe that's what we get. Maybe if I find a good selling candle or a good reversal or something on the 30-minute, on the hourly, something basing on a higher time frame, and we start to reverse, then I could also look for that. It's really going to depend on the size of the gap fill too, because let's say we do continue higher, and we get a gap fill that's, let's say, above this 0.39%. Once we go higher in percentage and further away from the gap, it gets harder to fill. Look at that. The odds fall from 70% fill to 40% fill. So we do have to watch to see what size that gap wants to form. All right, guys, so we have ES. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ. We have gold as well. Gold was a good looking chart too. Let's see visibility. 30 minutes, and that is it. Now, I do like this basing candle up here on NASDAQ. Trying to see if we have any resistance or anything here. A little bit of resistance, but CVD is green on both of them right now. And let's take a look at our equities real quick, too. Always want to be aware of where our equities are trading at. So right now, pre-market, we have Meta above previous day high again. Tesla above previous day high again. Nvidia within its range. AVGO near its previous day low. And Apple trying to break its previous day high. Microsoft and Nvidia are the only two that are within those previous day highs ranges. So right now, Meta above previous day high, Tesla above previous day high, Apple above previous day high. Very strong. That looks good. That looks great. Well, let's see. Now we do have a demand zone here on NASDAQ. And we're going to mark this out as a 15-minute demand zone we have. So hopefully we could retest this area. Now I wanted to see also 30 minutes, same thing that we did with ES. I want to put the volume profile on Sunday's open so that we could see this week's volume profile, and then we could also keep an eye on this week's volume profile. Let's see. And looking like we do want to reject here. I would like to see this 15-minute candle as our basing and see this red candle as sort of like the confirmation that we're creating a supply zone if we continue lower on this. If we take a look at Bookmap, we do have some selling pressure coming in here. So we'll see. CVD has been dropping. There we go. Getting a little something. A little something, something. Big drop on CVD on ES too. There we go. It's a nice drop. Nice little scalp here on NQ. Oh, my cat joined. Hello. Oh, don't buy or sell, please. Thank you. He's the market maker. He's going to make us drop now. That's nice of you. He never joins me on my desk. What just happened? Oh my god, he did click something. He made my book map like gray. Alright, I took a little scalp off that on NASDAQ. We'll see. Oh my god, this cat is too much. He just like came up to the mic, came up to the camera. I know Discord, you guys can't see it, but if you look at the replay. Alright, let's put Naz back over here. Jeremy woke up with a headache today. What's today? Tuesday? Does he want me to cover? I'll cover him. Always down to cover. All right, let's get back to our analysis now. So really going to be looking for longs. I know I just took a little scalp on NQ for like, was it 5 points? Short at 21, out at 15, 6-point scalp. Wasn't trusting it, because guess what, guys? Yesterday in the morning, guess what happened? Actually, I'm going to keep that there. Yesterday in the morning, we did the same exact thing. Check this out. We created, and I'll get rid of the drawings for a second. We created our basing candle at a high. We had what looked like a sell-off candle. And then when market opened, it tried to push lower, trying to give us the confirmation that, oh, look at that, we're going to continue lower. And then bam, 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 bam. So not going to get faked out again. Can't get faked out. And that's also why, guys, I do usually recommend people don't trade these pre-market hours on ES and NQ. Crude and gold, however, do tend to give us some better plays when it comes to these time frames. And pre-market, 8 o'clock to like 9:30 the Eastern, which is before New York session. And that's because they don't really require the amount of volume that ES and NQ do. Let's get our drawings back on there. Delete this out. Let's get our opening price. Let's just knock some stuff out of here. Get her out of here. Oh, look at this, guys. I marked this in the morning around 10:15 for a low volume area. And look at how price reacted to it later that day. Very clean. And then even that night, last night. All right, let's get rid of our orb. We don't have our orb anymore. 30 minute. 30 minute is trying to push lower. Get Discord up on another screen. Discord, Twitter, YouTube, whoever is watching wherever, make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe. Naz pulling back one more time here. Now, again, I took a scalp on this. It could continue. It definitely could, the way that this 15-minute lined up. But fool me once, right? Shame on me. Fool me twice. And I'm not trading anymore. I'm just kidding. Let's see. 30-minute time frame. Now, listen, the 15-minute time frame, sure, it looks like we're basing, we're reversing lower. But guys, hourly doesn't say we're reversing. Hourly looks bullish. This could be a pullback candle. 2 hour, this last 2 hour candle looked extremely bullish. So why would I go short after a strong candle like that? 3 hour, same situation. Now, the 3 hour is a little bit of a different situation. This is a little huge, actually, because right now, the 3 hour time frame, we have our basing candle right here. We have our red basing overnight. We have a green strong impulse move. So if this 3 hour and 15-minute, because these are both going to be closing at the same time at 9 a.m. Eastern, if it closes somewhere up in here, we could look for the 3 hour to continue higher, which will then give us the trend for the morning. So that's something I'm going to be keeping an eye on today. We are feeling bullish today, just like we were yesterday. All right. So that's NASDAQ. I do also want to see if ES is lining up with that 3 hour as well. It's not. It did not create a basing down there. However, ES did create some 2 hour and 15-minute demand zone. So we are creating demand on our way higher, which tells me that this isn't a BS push higher. It tells me that we're being moved higher with support. If we were chopping our way higher the last few days and we haven't been creating any demand zones, that would be another story. And then, yeah, we probably would have to sort of be a bit concerned that we pull back and we sell right off. But we do have some good support under us, so that could help to support this rally. Nice drop on that. Again, I scalped it, so I'm out already of those NQ shorts. But it's pre-market. Look at that's crude. Let's see. Oh, crude oil finding that support too to keep going. Let's check gold out now, guys. So gold's been in a bit of a tough spot too. Let's start with the daily time frame, so we could see how much of an inside candle we have. This is pretty huge, guys. So check out this daily candle that we had yesterday. It failed to take out the previous day high and the previous day low, making it an inside candle. Hey, good morning, Darko. Good morning, good morning. Hope you are doing good, ready for a good trading day today. So what I would maybe look for now, guys, remember I was mentioning yesterday, gold is an especially hard ticker, hard futures, hard commodity to trade right now because the bias is clearly bullish. We're making all-time highs, we're continuing higher. However, we are struggling. The past 3 trading days have been red, but we could have a short squeeze here where we pop, we take out that previous day high, and we look to continue. Or we could stay range bound and continue that pullback. It's really going to depend. And right now, what I might look for, because it's an inside day, where do you where do you go to the hairdresser? Yeah, that's a good question. That's funny he asked that. I was asking everybody lately if I should get a haircut. I was gonna buzz it all off, all of it, shave up the sides, and have a real clean look to it. Be ready for my close-up. All right, let's take a look. Gold, again, we're going to look at this. Oh, what I was going to say is because, check this out, previous day high is in supply right now. So a lot of times retail traders look for a break of a previous day high or previous day low to take that breakout long or short. Meanwhile, if I know that I have a resistance level in a supply zone near a previous day high, well, that sort of gives me more confluence to take it short, not long on the breakout. Let's take a look at gold on Bookmap, and I don't see any price levels that strong to the upside. However, I do see that the CVD has been pushing red. So if we could by chance get into the supply zone, I think this might have a huge trade. You are Polish. Darko, how did you know I'm Polish? Oh, my last name's on there. That's probably it. Dubrisky. All right, let's take a look. We got 15 minutes of man zone here. Let's see. Now we don't really have much here. We do have another one here a little bit, but not the strongest. Remember, guys, we're range bound and we're within that previous day's range on gold right now. So there's really no trade to be taken. When we're in the middle of our supply and our demand, or our previous day high and previous day low, we are in no man's land. When we're in no man's land, any trading strategy, any setup that we think is forming has immediately a lower chance of happening. I am finished for today trading gold. Hey, good job. 360 across 10 Apex accounts. Nice, Darko, bro. Good stuff, dude. Good stuff. Yo, join our community. Check us out, bullishbrs.com. I go live every morning for the pre-market preps. We do have other live streamers too, but definitely join on in. Bullishbrs.com. I'll find out. All right, we'll see how Jeremy's doing. Jeremy's the other streamer. He said he's got a bit of a headache this morning. I told him I would cover for him. Hey, what's going on, Fairchild? Good morning, good morning. Good to see you in here too. All right, we are currently waiting for crude oil to possibly pull back to this demand zone. If we're looking at our volume profile on the right-hand side over here for this week, so what I did was I put the volume profile onto Sunday's opening price, right? So Sunday's open, so that will show me Sunday into Monday into Tuesday and the volume profile for this week. I did the same thing on ESNNQ. However, on ESNNQ, it's only visible when I go to the 30-minute time frame. That way, when we're trading, we're looking at the 15, the 5-minute, the hourly. We don't see all of that on the right-hand side, so it's not that in our face. But it's there, so when we change to the 30-minute, we could check it real quick. So what I wanted to see, guys, was I wanted to see us come down to, and get rid of that, our gap fill. So now look at this. We mentioned earlier the gap fill size was about a 3.1%. At this point, because we're starting to pull back, our gap fill is now only 0.25%. There's a smaller gap, means a higher chance of it filling. Right near our open price. So yeah, I would really ideally like to look for some long positions on ES. Target new high of day. We would really have to be a little careful with this daily supply zone we have. Now, ideally, I was gonna say ideally I would like us to take out this supply zone, take out this high right here, and then pull back for our entry. But we have to be realistic in the sense that for us to push all the way up here, use our path tool, for us to push all the way up here, that decreases the chance of us pulling back to this demand zone because now we're going to be that much further away from it. And if we were to pull back, then there are probably better odds that we're just reversing at that point. So I would like to see if we could come down to this demand zone when the market opens, hopefully within the first 15 minutes. And the reason I say before the first 15 minutes is because if we look at our orb on, we're on ES, yeah, we've had a lot of breakouts lately. Look at this. This was a breakdown on 318, so over a week ago. Then we had a breakout, a double break, and another breakout. So we're seeing a lot of consistency. I love your sweeps indicator bookmap video. Thank you. Oh, dude, absolutely, man. Hey, I love it. Love it. I love it when people find the live streams or our channel through one of the tutorial videos. Bookmap videos, trading view videos. My orb video goes crazy, dude. That thing averages like 2,000 views per 48-hour period, and that's just wild. What else we got? Let's see. So we got our zones mapped out on gold. We got our zones mapped out on crude. Looks like we're ready to go today, guys. Now we're just waiting on the market to open. It is 9:04. I'll stick around for a little bit and we'll see what goes on and what transpires. Right now, what I would like to point out on, let's do. This is crude. We're going to do the same thing, so it's only visible on the 15-minute. But what I would like to point out on crude is style and so developing volume average. This gives us the range where the most volume is being traded. So right now, our volume average, look at this. It's the blue line, light blue line up here, light blue line down here. So that gives us our volume average range of this huge zone right here. Now, we can't trade off of a huge zone like this. However, when we find that volume range and we're already extended out of it, and we start to pull back and we have a demand zone in that range, that adds higher probability because there were a lot of buyers accumulated in this zone already. Very good stuff. Would like to see gold continue towards that previous day high. Yeah, I was thinking of adding the sweeps indicator. Let's throw it on sweeps indicator on gold and see how that works. Darko, how do you use bookmap? What indicators do you like to use? Aggressive seller, aggressive buyer. Okay. Purple is seller, yellow is buyer. All right, let's see. Nice little pop there on gold. Look at the aggressive. I was going to say we're probably going to see aggressive buyers because we see a big buy bubble. Sweeps, use sweeps indicator, absorption indicator. Nice, nice. What I just do? I did sweeps. Absorption's a good one. Let's take a look at the absorption one. No, it is. The absorption's a good one to use too. It just, I feel like we get the same information from the actual heat map levels and price action itself. Let me see. Visuals. Passive buyer. Right, so there's a passive buyers. If anything, I think I would like the absorption indicator more than the sweeps indicator, because sweeps could sort of happen at any direction at any point. Absorption tends to happen when we're holding lows, when we're holding highs. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll keep the absorption indicator on today on gold and see how it reacts. Now, guys, take a look right here on NASDAQ. Remember, I said the 15-minute time frame, it was basing. We're selling off. It looks like we're creating a supply zone. But yesterday, we did the same thing. And when the market opened, was this candle. We pushed lower, and then we rejected and completely blew right through it. And that's why I didn't want to hold this short position too long, because I did not trust it. Absorption, yep, passive buyers, passive sellers, absolutely. Because the sweeps is like if big orders get hit quickly. Absorption is when price fails to move through a certain point, and that's because there's either a passive buyer or a passive seller absorbing all of those aggressive orders. Yo, good morning, Charlie. What's going on? Boston, Bigfoot, Concentrator. Good morning, guys. Hope you guys are doing good today. Hope you're ready to make some money. Let's see. Oil might not end up giving us that entry. It would be nice. Let's take a look real quick. I know we checked economic news earlier, but sometimes if we are trading oil, it's important to check the econ news without it being on high importance only, because sometimes we do get oil related news, and that's not going to be of high importance because it doesn't really impact the ES and the NASDAQ, but it does impact oil, natural gases, things of this nature. New home sales in 50 minutes. CV consumer confidence. I don't think that's the regular consumer confidence. So it does look like we're okay today. We'll keep an eye on that 10 o'clock. Again, I don't believe it's going to make that big of an impact. Tomorrow's a lot stronger. We have durable goods. Durable good orders refers to new orders placed with manufacturers for delivery of hard goods, which meant to last at least 3 years. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Can I hire you to be my dude? You can check it out. My coaching site is tradingpioneers.net. I got a few different things going. Appreciate you asking. I'll pull that up real quick, and then we'll get back to the charts. So if you look up Trading Pioneers, this is me, tradingpioneers.net. You go to programs and packages or coaching services. Do offer some one-on-ones, weekly review sessions, and then I do have like an 8-week hands-on mentorship program. You get 2 sessions a week, 2-hour-long sessions a week, plus a weekly review. So 3 sessions altogether, really to help take your trading more hands-on and give you a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? I say it all the time. A lot more accountability, right? Because when we're trading by ourselves, nobody's really there to answer to, right? So we could sort of just, oh, I want to take this because it looks like it's going to continue. And that's FOMO. That's emotion. That's not thoughtful trading. That's just taking a trade for the sake of taking a trade. But if you're taking a trade because it's in your demand zone, because the volume profile lines up there, when that is the case, then yes, you're able to take a trade. Let's see. So 6 o'clock. Let's do the same thing that we have been doing. Right, so the volume profile, and we'll make it only visible on the 30-minute time frame. We're going to do the same thing for gold, and I think I'm going to be doing this going forward too, guys, because I do like that volume profile. Very interesting, especially because when I use Bookmap, it only gives me the volume profile for that current session. It doesn't give me like yesterday's volume analysis. So if I were to put the volume profile, the anchored volume profile, which is a tool here on TradingView, and we'll put that on our Sunday 6 p.m. candle. So that's our Sunday open. And now we could sort of see that gold has not only been in a very, very tight range, but yeah, it's a no trade zone, right? A lot of volume. We're just sort of averaged out here. Up in the supply zone, look how low the volume is. So a lot of times we get those reversals at low volume areas. So let's see if we want to push up. We're waiting on gold for a potential short in supply after sweeping a previous day high. We're waiting for crude oil longs, if it could move back towards its demand zone, which is right under the opening price. And we're waiting for ES and NQ to open to see how the market wants to develop, how large our gap fill is, and see if we want to maybe flip this red zone. And what we saw yesterday on NASDAQ was we had that red zone, and it was marked out right here. We had it, we broke it, and then once we were finally able to break and close above it, we were able to use that resistance area as support, and that would have given us a really nice long position. So today we're just going to be extra patient and make sure that, we're not jumping the gun into any trades. We're not trading with FOMO or emotion. We're trading thoughtfully, not emotionally. Let's see. Definitely liking this volume profile. I think it's going to be a big help for us, especially because one of the biggest things I do like about it is this whole volume range deal it's got going, where it's got the developing volume average. Because then we could look for shorts above it to target back within it, or longs below it targeting back above it. Like we could go back in the past and we could see that every time it does try to break above it, it ends up bouncing back. Same with while we were breaking below for a nice trend, we found demand below our volume average, and we were able to find support in that demand zone. So let's see if that works on supply. Definitely interested on that. Would love to see that. Right now, we just took that one little scalp on NASDAQ, and that was just sort of like this candle here. It's only 6 points, 2 contracts. Let's see. Going to be waiting for market to open. It is 9:15 now. Usually I do wrap up the pre-market preps by now, but I'll hang around for a little bit, especially because Jeremy said he wasn't feeling 100. When he hops on, I'll probably wrap up the pre-market prep. YouTube guys, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I do appreciate it. There is a good chance that the pre-market preps, these live streams, are going to be just for members only soon. I'm probably going to break that down probably within the next week. I just got to change things in the settings, get some stuff going and whatnot. Right now, we're not really getting much price action. We'll take a look at the NASDAQ, ES. Where's ES? Trade map light. Perfect. So now it might look like, oh, well, we're in a resistance level. This might be a good place to short. But when it comes to supply and demand, this zone isn't formed until the 15-minute has our sell-off, and then the next 15-minute has our continuation. And guess what? This next 15-minute was not continuation. This pulled back. So this would not be a supply zone. But what I'm going to do is mark it blue, so I know it's an area of interest. So I know once we can break above this, I'm going to take that retest for longs. All right, let's see. Crude and gold, we're just chilling on those. Very range bound. We're really just chilling on everything right now. Waiting for the market to develop. We're probably going to wait for the market to open and see how we get that 15-minute orb, 15-minute opening range breakout. Let's see. So again, crude oil trying to pull back, but I wouldn't be looking for shorts on the pullback. I'm waiting for a long entry. I don't understand why crude doesn't give me the full session. Like session volume profile, it only goes back like an hour. It doesn't give me the full since 6. Whereas ESNQ, oh no, they also don't give us much. That really does only give an hour from when you opened it.
Book math only goes back 1 hour.
From when you started up?
Yeah, unless you say till the last time the file was saved. So is to start it at 6 p.m. in the evenings, let it run overnight. That way it'll have the entire evening session.
Oof. I'm not doing that to my computer. I'm not doing that to my computer or my electric bill.
Come on.
What up, Jeremy? Yo, how's your head, man? You want me to cover today? I
Feel a bit better. I take Excedrin, it usually works, but
listen. It's up to you, man. Somehow what's today? Tuesday. Today's a bit of a lighter day for me, so I got nothing going on, anyways.
if you insist, we could.
Whatever you want.
I'm always like DFA, do not for anything. So headache and all.
DFA.
Trying to think if I can do some correlative stuff. So I'm wondering if we do. Let me see if I can find a penny stock as well, because there's one other thing I wanted to do.
Sure.
I know some are into scalping pennies, and
Yo, Darko on YouTube, are you still there? Were you able to find the website?
trying to figure out what my head's trying to do.
So yeah, if you're looking for one-on-one coaching, guys, tradingpioneers.net. You're looking for a community to trade with. You're looking for Bullishbrs. Come up here, click join, and we still do have some sales running. I got a solution to up this price. I feel like this $5.97 for one-time lifetime is not enough. Cause like, you know what I'm saying? Cause like, I don't know. I put my masterclass on my website for $750. So I figured it should be
like 10 grand.
yeah, no joke. Dude, no joke. But no, all seriousness, I do think it should be like 1,000 or 1,500 for the one time, because the one time is for after they join, like maybe an annual. But sorry, lifetime members, you're probably like, Kevin, shut up. But just so we keep doing what we doing for you guys. Let's see, book map, nothing, gold, range bound, crude oil. Just waiting on crude to pull back here. We're going to keep the 30-minute up on crude so we can keep an eye on that volume profile. I am on the website now. Awesome, man. Awesome. Cool stuff. If you want, you guys could use discount code Benzinga for 50% off your first one-on-one session. So if you guys want to get started with just one session before diving into more, buying a bundle, discount code Benzinga for 50% off your first session. Take a look at gold. So we have the 30-minute closes in 9 minutes, and that's also when we get our New York session open. So we're just going to wait on this right now, see how markets want to open. We're looking at, this is the NASDAQ. We could check the 30-minute time frame too to see how the 30 wants to close. Look at the 45, 90-minute, hourly. What's going on these time frames? Are we getting any good setups? Is market just chopping now? Right now, it looks like it is just chopping. Melegorina, Kevin. Oh man, I don't know what you just said there.
There's 2 different penny stock setups, but there's more swing trade than day trade.
Gotcha. Oh, Darko, you're French? That's cool. I was wondering. I'm on YouTube, guys. I promise I'm not talking to myself. Sometimes.
Sure, buddy.
Sure, yeah, right?
I'm gonna get on there too.
Bro, apparently I talk in my sleep, because the other night I have an Alexa like in the room next to me. 3 a.m, it starts blasting music. I'm like, I'm like, all right, maybe somebody's like, cleaning a room or something. Blasting music. I finally get up. I'm like, no, it's too loud. What's going on? Nobody's up. It's just the Alexa started playing in the middle of nowhere. I was like, what? But to get the Alexa to do something, you need to tell it, yeah, piece of cake. Love it. To tell it to do something, you need to verbally say, Alexa, play a song. Alexa, do that. So in my sleep, I formed that sentence to be like, Alexa, play some music at this volume for me. Wild, man. It was.
Take Alexa out too. I kept having
Oh my god.
Like, what was I saying?
Marziti, man, you're freaking funny, dude.
All right. Want to do a collab thing today? Might have fun to see him.
Stupid bot trying to have a conversation here. Go sweep the floor. Wait, did you write that on YouTube?
I did.
Dude, now you're trying to freak me out everywhere.
The bot was like trying to warn him for spamming caps. I'm like, stupid bot.
Slovenia, Balkan. That's great. That is great. Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are all doing well. What's up, Kevin? Good morning, Kevin. Madcar, what's going on? Jim, hey, what's up, Jim? Good morning, everybody. Nevada Terry. Guys, I think maybe we'll just keep the pre-market prep going, right? Maybe we'll keep this as our live stream today. What do you think, Jeremy?
Down.
Cool.
I'm kind of like, I'm not quite right today. My head's a little spinny.
All right, so I'll man the ship, and you could be my co-pilot.
That works if you don't mind if
my
ship goes.
my co-pilot on the ship, because that makes sense, dude. I
You don't
post.
mind if
Yeah.
just snarky dark humor.
That's all right. We need that. Dude, I posted a TikTok the other day. I was telling them it's at 9,500 views in like less than 48 hours. It's so cool. Highest views I've ever had on one. 217 likes, 57 comments. Thank you, Trump, rolling back Biden's 1775 minimum wage on federal employees and bringing it back down to 775.
What?
Exactly. See, that's why you got to watch the Bullish Bears Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok channel to stay up to date on any economic news or any tariff news or anything that's impacting the world or the market, even what's going on with Ukraine and Russia. I know yesterday they were talking about a peace. They're ending the war soon because they're coming close to the mineral deal being signed and blah, 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 blah. But all just a bunch of nonsense, all just a bunch of talk until it's done.
Saber rattling.
What's that?
Saber rattling.
Yo.
Although cutting the federal employment rate, I mean, that saves tax dollars, right?
It does. I would assume it does. I would assume so. Because then that's been his whole thing, cut and fed everywhere they can to save the taxpayers. Because his goal, he also mentioned, he's looking, anybody making less than $150K a year, he thinks should not have to pay taxes.
Well, I agree. I mean, there's people
I do snap.
in that realm living paycheck to paycheck, and all the way down to like, I know people that are in some.
Oh, Snapchat.
Mind you, the states they live in, the housing isn't like ridiculous, but I mean, they're living on like 25,000, 30,000 a year with a family of 4.
Yeah. But you could afford taxes if you're making that $300K a year.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Darko said he uses Snapchat ads for his business. That's a great idea. Bullishbrs Snapchat. Why haven't we done that? I sort of felt like Snapchat not died off, but like definitely not as popular as it was when it first came out.
Yeah, it's picking up a little steam. We trade Snap every now and then.
Oh yeah, it is. That's true. It is a publicly traded ticker. I can't believe Walgreens is no longer publicly traded because they got bought out and they are now they're now a what's it called? Walgreens.
I mean, that was one of man. That penny stock was more of like a game of whack-a-mole to most of the shorts. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad it got delisted.
You're talking about Walgreens?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'll look at CVS every now and then. Man, I worked at CVS 7 years ago now. That's crazy. But when I would look at the stock of CVS, even before I was interested in the stock market, that thing was always between like 70 and 80, and it still is. 7 years later, and it still is.
That one lives on.
Yeah. Dude, these big pharmas are huge. You hear RFK Jr. Here in France is very good traffic. Hey, good to know, man. Good to know. That's cool, man. Yeah, Darko, if you want, you can message me too. And anybody, if you want, you guys can message me if you're not in Discord. If you go to my website, there's a little Let's Chat tab on the bottom right. And if you do write something or send a message, it comes right to my phone through the Wix app. Might take a little while to get to it if I'm not around, but definitely message in there. It'll ask you to write your email. If you say like, hello, it'll say, please give us your email or something. That way we could get back to you if I do miss the message. Like, look at that. I said hello, and now my phone just dinged me. And I could be like, welcome.
So Darko's from Slovenia, but living in France. Am I understanding that?
Darko sounds like a traveler.
Right?
Oh, I know, because I'm logged in.
We get like mixed feeds from European countries and areas.
Dude, we got people everywhere. We got people everywhere. So cool.
I mean, like Victoria would pretty much back this, but it's not looking great over there as far as the situations. Yeah.
Can you guys? I don't think YouTube could hear you guys. Could they? Well, you know what it is. I'm on what's it called? I'm on Restream right now.
Right.
Oh, you know what, Jeremy? I'm gonna invite you. Business in France, Spain resident. Hey, that's cool, man. That's real cool. What do you do? Let's see.
Oh, very cool.
Jeremy, I'm gonna send you a link.
Yeah.
And that should let you there you are.
If it asks me to log in under the BB account, it might kick you.
No, that's okay. We could have multiple logins.
Okay.
Dude, you should see that when I'm on the Benzinga stream.
Something like pay me $1,000 a
Uh,
month for life.
Pay me $1,000 a month for life.
Interesting.
What's that? What are you?
The link you sent Jeremy was a pay me $1,000.
Oh.
I know.
Nah, it's Oh wait.
Do I want my camera on?
It's up to you. It's just so they could hear you too.
It depends on whether you're picking your nose.
Well, then we would really need it on because we want to be able to pick the right stocks and pick the right boogers. Hair loss treatments.
For gold and trading the GC chart, I mean, picking is kind of essential to tell you whether a go, no go.
Yeah.
Or not.
Oh, that's cool,
My
man.
name is Kevin then, so that everybody thinks that you look like me.
That's a great idea. Let's not do that. Cool, Darko. That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, listen, trading, fantastic source of income, fantastic way to make money. But we have to remember with trading, it isn't a set income, right? We can't say, oh, I'm a trader, I make 100K a year. I'm a trader, I make 150K a year. I make 50K a month. Maybe if we average 50K a month, we could say we average 50K a month. But we can't say for certain that I'm definitely making 50K next month because we don't know what the market brings to us, right? Maybe we make 20K. Maybe it's one of our lesser months. We don't know. But that's why when it does come to trading, because it is so vast and it is all about scalability, it's great when it comes to making more than you need to survive, right? I know, Darko, you mentioned you were on 10 Apex accounts. That's awesome. I think you were up 360 across 10 Apex accounts. That's $3,600, even though he really only made 360 on the day. But if he could remain consistent, keep his risk small, maybe max risk $100 per trade, and look for profits of $200 to $300 a day, and have that across 10 accounts, you don't have to be extra stressing. You could take it nice and slow, cool and easy and breezy. Let's pull up. Let's see if Apex Trader has any sales. This is my life in like 4 searches right here. Trading Pioneers, Bullishbrs, Apex Trader, and Benzinga. Let's see. Apex Trader funding. Hopefully they still have that 80% off. They do still have the 80% off for another 7 days. I know it's 6 days, 14 hours. So make sure you use discount code Bullishbrs to get your 80% off. And make sure when you do log in, you create an account. If you want, make sure to do a TradeOvate account so you could link it to your Trading View and trade right through Trading View. I would also recommend, guys, trading on these smaller accounts. 25K account, very easy to pass. 50K account, a little more difficult because now your profit goal is double the 25K account, but you get a wider trail stop. So it really depends on how you trade and what you're comfortable with. If you think 1,500 easy profit target, I really only want to risk $50 to $100 per trade, go for the 25K. Take it easy. Get that quick payout off the 25K. If you want to maybe risk 150, 200 per trade, maybe go on that 50K account. Again, take it nice and slow. There's no rush. Nobody's forcing you to pass these accounts in one day. It's nice and easy. Oh, let's see. Let me get Jeremy up there.
I'm up here, but I gotta
There he is.
figure out the because I'm getting a bad echo because I'm listening to the Discord and this feed.
Oh. Could you mute the website?
I'm trying to figure out if I can do that real quick without cutting
No.
my audio off.
Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, me too. I see that.
Let me go mute this side. Okay.
I like your dogs.
Yeah, they're awesome. Except when they're noisy, then they're not.
Dude, even when they're noisy. Gotta love the dogs.
Sometimes they get pretty loud. See, how the heck can I mute this?
All right, let's check out on our crude and gold. Do they tell you when to buy or sell?
I swear they detect a slight increase in my heart rate and start barking. So I call them my risk management team because they seem to detect when I'm starting to, second guess my trade or something.
Cool.
They'll just start barking.
There you go. Get out. Quick, exit.
Yep.
Hey, I see you, Darko. I see you. Awesome, man. Cool stuff. When we meeting? 26th, 4 p.m. Eastern. Let's get it, bro. Tomorrow? Perfect. Cool, man. Cool. I'm excited, dude. We'll get it going. Tomorrow, coaching call. I am happy. Let's get it, man. Love to hear it, dude. I'm excited to learn and work with you. It's definitely a different experience. The hands-on one-on-ones versus, oh my God, market's been open for 5 minutes.
Yeah, man, where you at?
Dude, just blah, 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 blah. All right.
We go on.
Yeah, Darko, I'm definitely excited, man. Definitely, what I was gonna say is it's a huge and different experience. Trading with a mentor, trading one-on-one with somebody, even just taking that hour or 2 sessions a week, 1 session a week. He'll bring the vodka. All right, it'll be hard to learn, but that's fine. It's good because it's personalized, right? You focus on what you need to focus on, where you feel you might have some troubles. Is it entry points? Is it exits? Is it a stop loss situation? Is it a risk management situation? And sometimes even just the accountability aspect is a huge and game changer to our trading. Anyone else having issues with TradeOvate or TradingView? Rob, I am not having issues so far this morning. What seems to be your issue? Oh, Jeremy, look at Restream. Watch those. Where is it? Here. Here we go. He's not even looking. Rob, what's your issue with TradingView and or TradeOvate this morning? What up, Garrett? What up, Random? Random, you're awfully quiet this morning. What's popping, brother?
Here we go. I think I got the echo solved. I just had to mute one thing on my mixer. I had to mute the Discord side for a moment while I figured it out, but we're good.
I'm good. Yeah, you're still echoing.
I'm echoing?
Yeah, I'm gonna, let's see. How can I
right click on your little speaker icon at the bottom of your screen? Open volume mixer.
Oh, hold up.
Oh yeah, I can hear you echo now.
Okay, volume mixer. Okay, so that should
Good.
be better. Say something.
Yep. Go to system sounds and
Oh,
turn that
no,
all the way down.
exactly. All right, Jeremy, I'm just gonna kick you from the restream. I'm just kidding. Okay,
Whatever works.
wait, let's see. Say it again.
Check. Yo.
Okay,
Echo.
that sounds better, guys. What do you think? Say it looks like we're selling off right now.
Onomatopoeia. Oh, sorry.
Perfect. Good. No, it sounds like we're Gucci.
Okay, no more echo.
Right,
Goodness.
we're better. Beautiful.
Got a slight reverb on your end, but it's bearable. I'll live with it. Oh man.
Oh yeah, because you probably hear me through the restream to yourself.
Right.
All right. Well, I'll be sure to not change these settings, so I'll be freaking out later on why everything's not working right.
Well,
All right,
systems
crude
sounds
gold.
are weird like that.
Here we go, guys. We're getting a little bit of a push here on gold. So, like, look at this. This was an absorption right here, but we still broke through it. So don't take the indicators on Bookmap as, like, the make or break decision.
There
Let's
we go.
see. Gold. Gold's going, gone. I want to see on gold, though, how have we been trading on the edge full on the orb? Have we been having breakouts on the orb on gold, or breakdowns or double breaks? What's been going on gold? Well, it looks like we're getting a mix of everything, so that doesn't tell me any helpful information. We had a breakdown, a double break, a breakout, a breakdown, a double break. Too wishy-washy, too back and forth. Cannot really use the orb on gold right now. Take a look at crude oil. Crude oil, breakout central. So let's check that 15-minute time frame, and we're going to keep an eye on the 15-minute time frame on oil for a potential breakout. Yes, an NQ. I'd like to see them return to demand.
One thing with gold, I had blocked out a long time ago on a monthly chart the measured move target, and it's 3,100 on the nose.
Nice.
It's damn near hit it. Usually when we pull back just before we hit an MM target, even on that scale, you'll get a wick.
Yeah, that's a big move, man. 3,100, we probably won't see that. If we do continue higher on gold, a week or two, like a really strong week or two. Let's check our weekly time frame, and we'll be able to mark it out. So let's see. What I like to do when I find my measured moves is I like to measure previous candles. So like this big green candle right here, I'll take my measurement tool, click it from the open to the close, and I'll just do the open to the close, not the high to the low. That's 81 points right there. So 81 points. If we did want to see that, what did we say, 3,100?
Yeah.
3,100's right up here. We'll mark that out too. It's a key psychological level as well because it is a whole number. Coordinates, 3,100. Text, key level. Just make that like a black style, orange text, middle. Did it right. Oh my god, I'm so amazed. So like 80 points. So yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, not even a week. If we were to like pop today, there's a chance. Gold has done some crazy things, but we would really need to get above this supply zone. So might look for that today, guys. If we're able to break the supply, we might be running today. 3,100 is just so far from right here. Let's check. We could check on edge full. We could check the ADR, I believe. Report. And we could see like expected bullish move. Okay, so potential bullish move on the ADR is 30.51. So we might probably not get that 3,100 today. But I wonder if that changes if I put it to the daily. No, it doesn't even give me that stat then. Okay, cool. Oh, did it just change? It just said 30.50 before. Now it says 30.41. Thought it said 30.51 before. Yeah, look, 30.51. All right. whatever. We'll go with 30.51. I don't know why it's wishy-washy like that. It respects the ADR a lot, so that's also something to keep an eye on. We're pumping right now with some strength. Let's check bookmap on gold, see how things are running. Good buying volume again here. I'm definitely considering a short. If we could sweep this previous day high and start to reject. Now, something I would be a little careful with, though, is we have been creating demand and or order blocks, right? And that shows support. So instead of being able to target this demand, maybe. If we reject and reverse up there, we might be able to target this demand zone down there. We'll have to see. I have to see how market structure continues. It is 9:43. We're going to get our 15-minute orb shortly. Let's start to mark it out a little bit.
I was going to say the last weekly candle printed a high wave after a range bar, and typically we'll get an MM out of that, but it's got to consolidate for most of this week. It's
Here we
possible
are.
we could see that 3100 next week.
Yo, look at that spike drop on the CVD on ES right here. That thing just like dropped through the roof right now.
The roof is on fire.
We don't need no water.
Let
We're
the
gonna keep
mother
it PG for YouTube.
burn, mother, burn.
Burn, stock market, burn.
I got to do a video coming up on what the really the long game scenario of what the tariffs would do and the opportunities it'll provide for long-term swing traders and investors alike in the market.
Yeah, yo, you should figure out like which stocks and what gets like transportation stocks or what gets affected by these tariffs.
I'm gonna look for things that are going to benefit from it. Is where I'm going to focus.
Nice. VIX is trying to push higher right now. Weighted index is sort of range bound. I'm thinking of trying along here on ES, but I'd much rather wait for possibly this demand zone here. 15-minute closes in 2 seconds. Yeah, let's see if we can get a breakdown first on ES. Find those demand zone longs.
Everybody else is looking at doom and gloom from it, but I look for opportunity.
Nice.
I usually find it.
Oh, let me ask. I'm gonna ask Lucian if we have a Bullishbrs Snapchat.
I could swear we did at one point, or maybe it was Lucian's. Now my head hurts again. Trying to remember stuff.
Man,
I've got 3 Excedrins and coffee on board, and it's making me a little
That should
funny.
be enough caffeine to keep you up for about 5-6 business days. Because right, Excedrin also has caffeine in it.
Loads of it. Caffeine,
They're
Tylenol, and
practically
aspirin.
caffeine pills. I used to get migraines like crazy. Excedrin was definitely a good one.
Yeah, I was. Usually, I can stem a migraine by just putting a little salt and water and chugging it.
Yeah.
But it didn't work this time. It just lingered, so I had to resort to drugs.
No, that'll do it. I'll be right back. Give me 30 seconds.
So I'm looking at a couple of other things in the market, and LUNR looks like actually a decent swing trade. Let me get the metrics on that, and I'll put it in the chat. So currently consolidation is right in the upper edge of a liquidity zone, about $9.40 to $9.80. I'm going to mark that out. And let me see, I'll put that on a 2-hour actually. And the reversion target on that is 1350 if things get outside of this.
All right.
It's a pretty nice swing. around 22%, something like that. And then not last week, but the week before, we actually, Matthew and I on Rebel Finance got to interview a guy who runs a fund over in Israel, and LUNR was one of the major holdings. So we asked him what he knew about it, and
Look at guys' book map right here. This small volume accumulation, we see the small bubbles, probably going to see failure here and a push lower.
let's put it in the chat.
Okay, apparently, what is your strategy? Jeremy, what's your strategy?
On where?
Darko's asking, what is your strategy? I guess trading strategy, he means.
Anything that moves over any time frame. That says a lot. So I'm a firm believer that rapid repetition of day trading stuff on a really short time frame helps you to be able to glance at like any longer term chart time frame and come up with not only a price target and whether or not you're even interested in trading a chart.
Or breakdown.
Right. But you'd be able to do it at a glance, and literally in the same instance, you have a trade plan already laid out, and then you can just either execute or wait. What that does for me is on my long-term stuff, I'll go and swing trade things more than anything. My swing trading is involving an option strategy called the wheel trade, and I'm usually selling options on either side of price. So like I'm selling cash secured puts when price is on support and covered calls when price is at resistance. Primary, that's my long-term stuff. In volatility, I'll oftentimes trade either outright options positions or debit spreads, depending on how prudent I want to be with risk. And I'll take advantage of short-term swing trades with that. So I'm kind of all over the place. I have many strategies. And one of my favorite things to do to pass the time is scalp futures in the morning. So I'm really down to the 1 and 5 minute chart and scalping the 5 second chart. So it's kind of diverse. Today, I'm not doing much. My head's not right. I don't feel like I'm going to be able to swing a 5 second chart right now, but I think I can definitely find some swing trades.
ES trying to make its way to demand right now. Same with gold, NASDAQ.
Why do I have an echo again?
Do you? I don't hear it too bad right now.
Let me see here.
NASDAQ's got a lot of support at 30.50. So maybe, again, if we dip through that and we find some support in this 15-minute demand zone on NASDAQ and this demand zone on ES, could probably look to long either of them. Equities sort of ripping to the downside. AVGO pushing lower, NVIDIA pushing lower, Tesla pushing lower. Apple and Microsoft are trying to push higher right now. Meta's struggling, but would like to see it push higher too. We're just going to be waiting.
Dogs are on patrol. They're watching for the mailman.
Let's see. I saw, I think Signet's been making a lot of nice posts lately on like our Twitter and stuff.
Yeah, that man is a content machine.
Yo, Random, where you at, bro?
Weird, dude.
Dude, why are you so quiet this morning?
I was trying to finish my day. I was on vacation 3 weeks, man. I had to get some rest out.
Nah, you're back now.
Yeah. Kids tuition. Every trade.
Get to work.
Well, you know what it is. I looked up at the Discord for a second and I saw his notorious "Don't be a cat," and I was like, "Oh, there he is." Yeah, I'm liking how we're finding support down here. Unfortunately, we didn't hit my my demand zone I wanted for an entry. We did hit the gap fill, right? So we did open. Where did we open? 9:30 open right here, and we filled our gap. Let's see. Good morning, everybody. Morning, preacher. MJ Trader, what's up? MJ Trader, I think you said something earlier that I wanted to cover. Yes, MJ Trader, I saw you said the other day, and I do apologize if I missed it, but you were saying that that you really appreciate the knowledge and everything from the community, and that the masterclass was a big help in your learning and understanding direction. Just want to say I appreciate that, and I am very happy that that is helping you. Copper exploding. All right, that's good to know. We also have, look at gold, guys. We've been waiting on gold to hit this previous day high and look for a rejection off of that previous day high and supply zone.
Oh no!
Yes, sir. You know it.
Tradeovate's working fine in my personal account.
Tradeovate integration error trading view now? No, I don't think. Oh no, writing cat. I'm sorry. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think they have an issue. I'm logged in right now. It seems okay. I would make sure log into your Tradeovate platform itself on your on the browser or on the desktop, and go to the add-ons. Sometimes they make you have to connect the add-on, like turn on the trading view integration add-on again on Tradeovate. So go to Tradeovate, go to the top right, and hit add-ons and just turn trading view on again if it's off. Just got to activate it. Hopefully that will help. And hopefully writing cat's in here. Yes, perfect. Rob, how about you? Are you having any more problems with trading view Tradeovate? Market's like, now we're just going to reverse right before your demand zone. We don't feel like giving you an entry. But no, there's no chasing. We're not going long up here now. Because guess what? We go long up here. And what the hell is this? A 1-to-1? No, thank you. Let's be patient. Try to find some lows. Try to buy the bottom of the range. We could take a look at our 30-minute one more time to see our volume profile. Now, we did test into that volume profile range. 30-minute closes in about 5 minutes, so that's really going to give me an idea too. If this 30-minute does want to close, let's say somewhere near this, what's that, 58.23, then I'm going to look for the next 30 minutes to try to continue, and I will no longer care for this demand zone. If, however, we do end up selling off for this last 5 minute and the 30-minute close is more bearish, I'm going to wait for this demand zone. But right now, we're just waiting period.
QQQ's got a very nice bullish engulfing 5-minute bar.
Yep, look at that, right off of VWAP too.
Yeah, we got a measured move, 492 even, popping up right now, and that takes NQ up to about 204.35.
It's a Colt 45 and 2 zigzags. Yeah, trading views are the one with the issue lately. Sorry to hear that, guys. I don't know how you would reset it or anything. Obviously, you could try to turn it off and back on, but that's tough. Be careful. Got to be careful when our brokers or our trading platforms are having errors that, like, we're not in a trade with no stop loss and it boots us out.
Isn't Tradeovate changing ownership again at some point?
It is. Ninja Trader was just acquired. So Ninja Trader originally purchased Tradeovate like 5 years ago, and now Ninja Trader is being acquired by Kraken. Karam. Let me see. I could probably find it.
Oh yeah, those
It is
guys.
Kraken.
No, they're not. They're just taking ownership of it. They're not changing the platforms according to the announcement.
That's insane that this crypto broker is taking ownership of Ninja Trader futures broker. That's pretty wild in my opinion. Let's see. Hey, good morning, Victoria. Invest in Paddle. What's up? James, John, good morning, everybody. Boston, what's up? Barbie, hey. So we wicked below that orb low, trying to push back higher. Still waiting on that 30 to close. We have 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. We can take a look at equities real quick as well, just to get an idea of direction too. We have Apple above previous day high, Meta above previous day high, and at new high of day. Same with Apple. Nvidia trying to find some support near this low. Oh, let's look at this level on Nvidia. That was a pivot low from yesterday morning on Nvidia. Wait a minute. So how was that yesterday's low? Wait. This is yesterday's low. So where? This is yesterday's high, that's correct. Yesterday's low comes from pre-market. Yo. Nah. What? Damn, I didn't even realize that. I didn't even realize that. All right. Whatever. It still gives us a sense of direction. Doesn't give me the correct high and low because it's taking that pre-market high and low too. But we'll see. 30-minute closes, guys, in less than a minute. You guys see what's it called? Looks like Discord had an update.
All right, one little piece of consolidation here. Target 204.35 is still intact. Just need
That's
to break
cool.
above 204.20 and we should see it run. This might be a liquidity grab up there, so be nimble if you're going to scalp that.
That's cool. So, guys, the show I host on Benzinga Futures Fever, it's a Tradeovate sponsored show. Next Wednesday is April 2nd. It is next Wednesday. I'm gonna have Peter, who is the Einstein of Wall Street, on. So that's pretty cool. You guys know who he is? He's pretty popular.
Dude, that was epic. Told you, liquidity grab. Woohoo.
There we go. Come on, give us that demand zone. That would be a nice entry. I do like that entry now on ES for demand longs.
Dude, that NQ scalp was golden.
Got to be careful on this. Nice.
That was what, 40? About 40 points. Check it, yo. I'll put the screenshot in the chat there. That LG was just perfectly targeted. I had that limit order sitting there the moment my my long order filled.
Yeah.
I gotta wonder if that puts me like ahead of the chain when it comes to orders being filled in that area. Because I mean, sometimes I would see, a wick spike over my limit order and miss me.
Right.
But since I put to practice setting my limit order to exit immediately after filling my entry, I haven't really had that problem. I've had it once in a while, but more than anything, it just fills.
Nice. All right, guys. ES again hitting that open price and that gap fill level. So close to the demand zone where I was looking for us to find some buyers. Now, I do want to check the other time frames too, because now at this point, we do have a breakdown of our orb. But look at the breakdown. It's been wicks and wicks. Dropping right here.
Ah, there's the... Let me me put a 15-minute LZ on here.
It's okay. Shh. Okay, there's new lower day on ES, and it's trying to break lower towards that demand zone. CVD is still green.
This demand zone lines right up with yesterday's 15-minute candle towards the close there. Let's see, it would be the 315 candle.
Nice. Yeah. Well, you know what is? I got this candle from the 6 a.m. open candle.
It's there too, isn't it? Ah, I see where you're looking. Yep.
All right, I want to see us go to this 58.10 level right here. I also want to see. I don't know if I'll have time for it to open.
NQ's got to bounce here, higher, low, or else it's going to be lower. Got to bounce like right here.
Agreed. I'm just about to put that little note in the chat here.
Most volume has been traded down here on ES.
It's the TAZ, baby. Traders Action Zone.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Yo, good morning, Ricardo. What's going on?
How you guys?
Doing good. Peter and David Green did a free class. That was my entry to trading. Hey, that's pretty cool. Yeah, Peter and David Green, they're gonna be hopping on that Futures Fever show with me on Wednesdays. That is the Einstein of Wall Street. He's got a big following.
All right. Halfback on this bounce is 20405. Watch 20390 for a little bit of an LG though first. So we got to work through that.
Hey, ES, do you want to hit my demand zone, please? Thank you.
I pulled in at 20375.
I like NASDAQ holding lows.
Yeah. If I hit my 20405, I mean, that's a nice 30-point swing.
Nice.
Brain's starting to work now.
I'm going to want to see one more drop here, and I want to see absorption at that 58.10 area.
I apologize for being all slushy this morning, guys. My head just wasn't right.
Bro, you're killing it. CVD's climbing.
Check out my entry, Jeremy.
Nice.
Damn. What kind of entry was that?
That's right on the nose. That's what that is.
I was waiting for it.
We've created a monster.
Oh my god. And how do those candles work? You had the two red candles and then it gapped down in price to the bottom of the range?
So on range, if you have the phantom candles off, it's going to produce gapping, which is like super relevant when you look at like where it's going to go back to. So I'll either get in or out there because it'll go to that gap and the price shoot up and then pump or dump. Yeah.
Wow, that's cool, man.
Damn it.
Buy-up candle, if you look at it, the buy-up candle on the left where it said it had to make a higher low or we're going lower, you see that was a big buy-up. In range, it matters because if they're wrong, fine, it'll dump under. But when they're right, then that's a great candle to get in on because there's a lot of buying on it.
Nice.
I hit the eject button too soon because it started to pull back on me. But I still did a pretty good job.
Gold or break high. Okay, so short trade on gold is, I don't want to say completely out of the question, but we'll have to see how the 15-minute closes here, because this might be a break into supply, trapping a lot of buyers, and then a reversal. Because look at the CVD barely turned green too. So I still look for shorts in the supply zone. It was a strong area of resistance on Friday, and then again on Monday overnight. So if this 15-minute candle could start to push lower, or the 5-minute starts to flip bearish, I will take shorts on gold. I'm going to add an alert right here. Crude oil just bopping and chopping around. No entry there. U.S. imposes sanctions on 3 Iranian individuals. What?
Individuals.
Yeah, I know. I follow this Twitter FSMN Fast Stock Market News, and they usually post important things. A lot of times because they post so much, they post a lot. So it's like some of it's here nor there. But yeah, U.S. imposes sanctions on 3 Iranian individuals. I don't get that one. What do you mean individuals? Isn't it usually something a bit larger? Isn't it
Like, you
usually
know.
on countries?
Yeah, something.
Individuals,
Or at least a region. I mean, something.
right? Yo, individuals. They were like, screw you guys in particular.
Yeah.
Now,
So
Into my trade of eight.
you can't sign into your Trade of 8 either? A lot of people were having problems.
mine's working fine.
Yours is
That's-
working good.
Oh, you're
I'm
in Canada.
checking-
It's the tariffs. That's what's wrong. That's yeah.
I'm checking. So sometimes, what are you on Apex, right?
Apex and I have Take Profit Trader. I can't find either.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because sometimes when it's an Apex problem, they'll post something on the notice board and be like, we're having websites down, Trade-O-Vate's down. But I don't see anything on there, so that might be a Trade-O-Vate sitch. Some selling
working.
pressure on gold, trying to flip back bearish.
Working fine on my end, but I log into it on the API, so I don't do the desktop version.
I log into it on the 8, and I'm just kidding.
No, I go through trading view. It's not logging in. Damn.
Oh, that's weird. I was able to log in with mine. I don't know what the issue is. Maybe it is a regional thing, but I know Rob also had an issue. Writing Cat also had an issue. Guys, be careful if you are trading on Trade-O-Vate or TradingView. Mainly Trade-O-Vate. That other broker is also a Trade-O-Vate broker, the prop firm.
That's exactly the message I'm getting right now. I'm trying to sign in.
Yeah.
Looks like there's a technical issue with Trade-O-Vate integration at the moment. We're currently in touch with the broker. That's weird. I wonder, it says integration though, so I do wonder if that's more what's it called?
Between like TradingView or
Like TradingView, yeah.
it's possible. I've been kind of beating up this swing trade alert for a long time now. Did anybody jump in that swing on NFE yet?
Oh yeah, look, I'm getting that issue too. I was logged in before. Now I just went to put a trade on for gold shorts, and it gave me that same Trade-O-Vate maintenance. And that's my regular account. That's my regular Trade-O-Vate account. So clearly Trade-O-Vate's got to get their shiznit together. I think what's it called? It probably has to do with the acquisition. Obviously they said that they weren't going to change anything, but they could say that all they want. If they're being acquired, which means they're being bought out, there's going to be people that are being laid off. There's going to be shifts in who works where, what does what. So unfortunately, we're gonna feel that. I'd wish that wasn't the case. Yeah, make sure you close out all trades. Does Trade-O-Vate work?
Back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Trade-O-Vate.
it's working fine on the browser version. On your note though with the takeover, I remember getting like righteously pissed off when Ninja Trader took him over.
Yeah.
I was literally on the webinar talking to him, and I said, "Hey, I just realized you guys have acquired Trade-O-Vate, blah blah. Please don't mess it up. Leave the settings alone. If you
And they
mess
were
it
like,
up,
no.
I'm gonna be pissed." They're like, "Oh no, we plan on leaving it alone." So okay, cool. You said that on the webinar, and then like 2 weeks go by, and it starts having glitches, and it was like stupid ones too, and one of them ended up blowing past a trailing stop I had set and like completely, destroyed an account. It didn't, kill me a whole bunch because I didn't have a very large amount of money in there, but still, the fact that it blew up because it ran over a trailing stop with a glitch pissed me off to the point And then sometimes I get locked out of the account where I couldn't, I'd be in a position and then all of a sudden it wouldn't let me do anything. It just locked me out.
A new end user license agreement pop up yesterday.
Same.
And the work verbiage in it was pretty much, we're not responsible.
Yep.
Liability $100.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's pretty iffy. But
Dude, look at the short I just missed on gold because it decided to not work. That's crazy.
in this realm, I've like paused that long-term slow growth account where it's at, because that is a bit significant at this point. And I'm going to continue scalping the smaller account. That's what I've been doing today. So I'm just running little, one-timers, one position, one contract type trades.
Dude, I just tried to log in. And it let me log in. I tried to bring up the DOM, and then it logged me out.
But anyway, that NFE swing trade is kicking ass. I'm
Nice.
just rolling. But last week we got to interview an energy sector expert, and he kind of confirmed everything we were thinking, that energy infrastructure, particularly natural gas with power production and transfer and all that stuff and logistics stuff, it's going to need to be expanded to meet the demands that AI is going to put on the power grid. So I was looking at NFE, and the only drawback on NFE is their credit rating isn't great. They had to borrow a ton at a high
taking
rate.
some shorts on gold.
But other than
Saving
that,
some
they're in
capital.
position to really ramp up infrastructure. And so far, I think people are starting to listen, because it's shot up from my entry at 970 to like 1250 now.
Add-ons. Yeah, trading views added on. Maybe it's a trading view thing. Let's see.
I like where this is going.
But I can sign into my demo account, but I can't sign into my operating account. Unless the trading, like we trade it.
I'm
Yeah.
only on trading view paper, and it's lagging and not executing, and it's a lot of problems since like 3 days ago.
Yeah, they got problems, guys. Definitely be careful. If you are able to execute trades, be careful. I'm currently in these gold shorts. Was looking for rejection off the supply and previous day high. If we stop out, we stop out. But looking for the 30 to hold us.
I've got Trade-O-Vate open on my phone and the mobile app as well. So if something goes wrong with the API version, I can go straight to my phone and just hit the eject button. So
Nice.
a little extra step, but it's worth having it running if you have an urgent issue. And
Yeah.
sometimes if you're locked out of the account, that's an urgent issue. So,
Yeah.
all right, tagging at 435 one more time. We might ooze on up to 450 here if we get some momentum.
I want to see CVD on gold has been bearish, so I want to see that play out.
Go, baby, go. We still have about 2.5 more points to go on QQQ before we meet that MM target at 494.60.
Nice.
And that correlates to NQ at damn near 20500.
Damn, gold. Damn, ESNQ really reversed before demand. It's messed up. Oil hasn't made its way to demand yet either. There we go. Looks like gold's ready to continue lower. So let's see if it does want that. Here we go. Some good selling. I want to see a big sell bubble here. Drop on the CVD, so that's sort of helping give confirmation. Want to see us continue now. Don't want to really see us stall out here. And yet, that's what we're doing. Let's check our volume footprint. How's our footprint? We want to see the footprint, guys. We want to see heavier volume down here. We want this to be point of control. This 114. There it is. There it is. I'm going to add.
Ding. Fries are done.
Nice. Oh my God. Nice ad. Oh, sweet. Sweet ad right there. Does it want to drop again for us? Then I'll get out of at least the ad. 2 minutes left on this 5-minute point of control is moving lower on this 5-minute candle. I like it.
I think Q is going to sweep liquidity right about here.
I want to see one more nosedive here. I'd like to see if we could come to, I said demand down here, which would be nuts, but I'll trade a little realistically and aim for maybe right here for first take profit. Nice gold. Let's go, guys. Huge. Oh my God. Love it. Love it. Keep going, gold. Keep going. Keep going. Minute 14 left. I'm going to get out of one contract there. Lock in some profits. I'm holding 2 gold contracts left. And I'll hold these till the market makes up its mind if I'm right on this or not, which
Sweet.
it's looking pretty good so far on these shorts. CVD pushing lower. I don't like CVD is trying to hold this point right now. 54
closed.
seconds left. Point of control is down here though now, so that's pretty huge. But again, CVD started to curve and we found some support. So I am glad I got out of at least that one contract, but we're just going to wait. Yo, thank you, Darko, bro. I appreciate that. I know I'm considering getting out here just for the scalp of it. Oh my God, dude, Darko, man, I'm sorry that bot keeps saying you're spamming. That's so annoying.
Stupid bot.
So stupid. I'm going to give us another 23 seconds here to close on this 5-minute because even though we are looking like we're finding buyers and finding support, point of control was still down here. I want to see if we could push lower. Damn. Damn, buyers said, hold up, wait a minute. We're not done yet. Gotta remember, gold has been bullish too, and we did break previous day high. But gold's been range bound the past few days, actually. I'll probably get out for a scalp then.
We'll turn Kevin into a scalper yet.
Most of my trades, I'd probably have such a higher win rate if I made most of my trades just scalps. But that's leaving a lot on the table sometimes, in my opinion.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I've had
to leave it on the table or to keep the win rate up.
Keep the win rate up.
It's not even the win rate. It's that you're right, but sometimes you're right early, and so you'll lose, but it'll go to where you just easier to scalp. I find.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't like how gold's failing to push lower here. Would really need to see it drop, but it's got all this support under us. Point of control's below us too. We have low volume though near this 30-30 area, so 30-33 I should say. So would like to see down here. Would really like to see us move down there. Birds of a feather, we stick together. Come on, gold.
Sweep.
Something. CVD starting to drop again. I just don't like all this support here. But the thing is, we just formed this support. So I don't know if that's going to be a spoof support where it's a fake out and we just dive right through it again. Because look at the volume bubbles. We've had huge sellers stepping in. So I'm not going to get out just yet. I am going to wait. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. All right, let's see. 320 left. Give me one more drop. And if it doesn't, I'll get out of one more contract. Come on, baby.
Boing. New target 20445.
I see those sellers. I see those sellers. Drop that one more point. One more point. 550 on the day. Boom. Let's go. Let's go. One more drop. We're going to get a big drop right here. Come on, gold. Come on, gold.
Oh, you're trading gold? Okay.
I'm trading Q.
Yeah, I caught that.
Nice. Yeah, that liquidity sweep was like easy.
I'm out of one on gold. I'm out of one more on gold. Dude, great day today so far. Oh my goodness.
Oh man, my eyes starting to twitch. This headache sucks.
Oh man. Dude, yo, you could call it an early day if you want. It's 10:20. I could wrap it up.
I mean, I'm making money, so I might as well
Yeah.
be here.
Dude, I hear that, man. Gold. Keep going. Keep going.
Uh,
Oh my goodness.
I can still see. I'm good.
I could still see. All right, I'm going to get all out of gold right there. All out of gold. K on the day. Love to see it. Even with TradingView being a bum. I can't believe I missed. Yo, I was literally trying to get filled on this green 5-minute candle. That would have been huge. But it had that issue. So I ended up having to log in like 2 times. But yeah, that was pretty clean. Pretty clean. I like volume footprint. I like trading near my supply and demand zones. Like Bookmap. We got to find what we like in trading and find consistency with it. Don't be all over the map. Find what you like and stick with it. You have a few different strategies. That's great too. Stick with them. Oh, gold might continue here. Damn. Oh, nice. Darko took the trade. 550 on the day. Thank you, sir. Bravo, Kevin. Thank you, sir. Jeremy also killing it on NASDAQ too. Darko, man, glad to have you in here making some money. That's
Hell
going to
yeah.
pay for the sessions.
That's right. You can pay.
Sit down and take profit trader. If I can't trade today, will that affect? It has to be 5 trading days.
If you can't trade today, they'll just have you would just have to trade tomorrow. It doesn't have to be 5 in a row, usually.
So if I don't take a trade today, that won't give me any rules?
No, but that's,
You can just do a fast in and out.
he can't even enter though.
Yeah. It's gotta be an API issue. Let's say
Yeah, I mean,
Darko.
listen, that's also not your fault. I don't think they don't Top Step, Apex Trader. These are firms that I've used before, and they usually do not. Not that they don't care, but you don't need to do 5 days in a row. They just need 5 days, period.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Like, I remember there's some days I don't trade. They don't care.
Let's say Darko can pay for a lifetime membership with one trade, man. That's how good we are.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I got in 2 days Frankfurt, Germany. I need money for the women.
Yeah.
Yo, I like this guy. He's funny. He's cool. Yeah, we need you part of the community too, man. We'll do the one-on-one sessions, but we'd love to have you part of the Discord. I feel like you and Random would get along.
Yep. I could see them meeting up and partying together.
Yo, check this.
Here's that move to 20445 coming up here on NQ.
Yeah. Yep. Look at that, guys. Listen, we didn't get our entry on ES, didn't get our entry on NQ, didn't get our entry on crude. We got our entry on gold. And listen, we didn't get this entry till 10:10. And I start my pre-market at 8:30. So almost 2 hours of watching the market until I took this trade. Now, yeah, I did take a scalp on NQ beforehand, but I'd sort of would prefer to think we were watching the market for almost 2 hours before finally going, that's it. That's the trade. Cool, bro. Cool. Yes,
Well, I mean,
sir.
I've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yo, guys, I did it. I hit
6
10K
trades under
views.
already.
10K views on TikTok on one post. 230 likes. 470.
Yeah, TikTok's good for that, man. Like, prioritize TikTok because you get way more interactions, right?
Oh, dude, absolutely. Absolutely. So many comments, tons of likes, lots of shares. But
Yeah,
people
because
only
the
really.
access from Chinese is greater, right?
True.
They have a closed ecosystem, so they could use TikTok. So you're going to get 2 billion people that they're not using YouTube, right? Not too much anyway, right?
Right. Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. YouTube Shorts do pretty well too. It all depends sometimes on the topic. Like if I'm covering something that Trump said or did about tariffs or like country tariff situation, those usually get the most views. Those will go like a few thousand on YouTube. But and same with Instagram. Instagram goes pretty well too. But yeah, TikTok's fire. TikTok is fire. As soon as I start using them, I saw something in the news how they had to like April something to come up with a deal. Let me see if I could find it. I saw something in the news. I'm using AI to find it. Let's see. I saw something in the news about TikTok and them needing to
Got
come.
that pullback.
Oh, here we
Nice.
go, gold.
I couldn't get a word out, but I knew that sweep was coming one more time.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Sorry, I'm a yapper.
Yeah, I might get stopped on this. No, but I did do 3 good trades off of this area. So.
It's a hunt, dude. They're sweeping it. It's just where all the stop orders are. There we go. See ya. Edge to edge.
Wow.
You love that, right? We spot those liquidity sweeps every day.
My qualifications I put it under the lowest. Like, right?
Gotcha.
So.
Everybody's got a different approach, but like I'm on that 5-second chart. And I'm like, I know exactly where the stops are in this at a glance. I don't even need indicators.
Yeah, I don't use any flips either.
I'm thinking about turning off, at least for today, because my head hurts. I'm turning off my standard deviation channel tool.
I'm going to take one more stab at gold shorts here, looking for this 5 to continue. Tight stop loss.
Ricardo,
It might
you
stop
thinking
me
on
out.
that pullback, like right at the bottom, basically.
Yep. And then I stopped all the way up too.
Hell yeah.
Good for you, buddy.
Yuda.
Gold.
Yuda, man.
So I'm still in it.
I am too. I'm out now. Hit my limit order at 4:45. See ya. Hell yeah. Around here, it'd be like that. We nail these, dude.
I could have passed my apex, today with those 2 scalps. Damn.
Oh, man.
See how you can use the gap in the range, Ricardo, for like levels of support resistance?
The gap, yes.
Yeah, check out that screenshot. So it's like it fills that gap. So I got out originally, then I got back in on it, holding it, and then you have like a tight stop as a result, and then you just take it above.
That happens quite often.
Yeah, it happens very often. Yeah.
Ooh, go gold. Oh, my goodness. Okie dokie. I just took a nice little scalp on that, guys. Beautiful.
Nice work.
Beautiful.
Kevin the scalper.
Yo, guys, I guess so. But
Come
listen,
on.
as long as I'm following my zones, I don't care if I'm scalping, day trading. I don't care. Just
Come
follow
on,
your rules,
brain.
follow your system.
One more, brain. I know you can do it.
One more brain.
There we go. Nothing but candles and a black background. That's what I need. Ah, so much easier in my eyes.
What, you had the white backdrop?
No, I had like the standard deviation channel tool on there, and it's like,
Oh, I found it. I found the TikTok thing. Okay, so you guys remember when Trump got into office, how like there was the whole he was like, oh, we're gonna ban TikTok because it's Chinese and they have our data, blah blah blah. And then he completely was like, oh nope, it's back. He gave it a 75-day extension, and that 75 days is up. It says April 5th is the deadline. So that's when they're gonna have to figure out what's going on.
okay.
Senators urge Trump to back congressional plan for TikTok sale extension. A top TikTok ad executive is stepping down as part of the company's reorg. Existing U.S.-based ByteDance investors want to buy into Trump's backed Oracle deal to spin off TikTok. Right? Trump's trying to figure something out with Oracle to sort of, I don't know about replace, but take over TikTok or something. Wow, guys, if only ES went 2 points lower, we would have been able to bottom tick ES longs today. Pull back.
Well, it was bottom tick number 5 for my trades on Q.
How many bottoms are there?
It keeps dipping into that liquidities pool and just ripping right back to the top.
Nice.
I'll scalp it till it don't work no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to take that pullback and I'm like,
Yeah. We just reached support again at 440. Probably going to blink to about 450 for a sweep on a wick, and we might see the bottom hit again at about 420.
Nice moves, guys. Nice pullback. This might be a good buying opportunity on NQ.
That rejection candle, Ricardo, on range. Oh my god. If we got it right above that, right? Or at least I did. That
my
rejection.
favorite, the shooting star.
Kevin, check your 1 minute chart before you go and grab
No.
it. You'll
Check
see
your
you got
1 minute chart.
the 1030
Yeah,
candle. You got a doji at
I'm in long
1031,
NQ.
and then you got a bar back to support almost by 1033. So here we're going to sweep liquidity and probably go back and test the mean.
I'm in long NQ. Oh, we're on the 15 minute here. I wanted to look at the 5 minute. Long NQ off this orb price level as a key level.
Telling you, we'll make a scalper out of you yet, man.
We
It is
might
written,
break
and it
this.
shall be done.
might break this. Let's see. It's the problem with NASDAQ. When it gets away from you, it really gets away from you.
That's true. There's the rest of that sweep. If this closes a wick, we're in good in business.
Weighted index is selling off a bit, so we're going to feel that. Want NASDAQ to start pulling back. There we go. Another bit of a NASDAQ move.
Boing. Right off that floor. Love it.
There we go. There we go. Give us a run. I'll get out of 1 contract for a scalp if you could give us a little run up right here.
440 resistance, target 450 for a fib sweep.
26 seconds left. Really need to see buyers step in here to trap these sellers. Without that, we might have another run lower here, guys. Let's see.
You ever use the tick chart?
I do use a tick chart every now and then. Typically, when volume's really low, I'll go to tick. But I found that when I was doing that, I was also looking at like a 1 second chart, and you get hollow bars and gaps and choppy stuff everywhere, so it's really hard to read. So I'd go to tick and kind of fill the gap in, but that's about the only time I was doing it, is when the volume was low and like the pre-market type stuff.
Come on, Naz. Let's get
Since
this
I've
pump.
kind of balanced my focus on a 5 second chart, it fills it anyway, so it's not as choppy and not as nasty to read. So,
All right, I'm out of NQ there for a little scalp. What, like 10 points maybe?
For a while, I was using Renko charts with the standard deviation channel, and that works really well, but only if there's enough volume on to make it move in time.
Nice.
Whereas if I'm watching candles with time included instead of just sales and no time, if there's a big issue with volume, you don't see any movement, and you can't really plot out, well, what is this looking like? Is this a liquidity sweep? Is this just grabbing stops here? What's going on? Why is it just sideways and then all of a sudden I get no more bars? So for me, the 5 second candles seem to fill that balance between ticky-tacky, choppy chart and full on price movement.
Napster. Have you guys ever heard of the company Napster? NAPSTER?
Yeah. Oh man, that was like when I was mastering Windows 98. That was the go-to for music.
They were.
Metallica shut them down.
Yep. Yeah, they sued the crap out of them.
Yeah, they were just acquired by CNBC for $207 million.
What?
Considering the website has been shut down for 24 years, I have no idea why they got $207 million. Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
That is crazy.
More than 20. Here's some.
After the rumors, I mean, you could change a a lot of these guys they're trying to fit into this narrative of like right now on the right side you have like Rogan, you have all like they're killing it on these off mainstream. So I think they're trying to purchase names that were known by boomers and Gen Z and all that bullshit to get traction. So if they start doing podcasts outside of Spotify, etc., then they can have like a known name, right?
Yep. Yeah, that's sort of what they said here. They said, and also it says the acquire is Infinite Reality, which plans to create virtual 3D spaces that allow music fans to enjoy concerts or listening parties together. So that's pretty cool. We don't see anybody in the streaming space creating spaces for music, says Infinite Reality CEO John Acunto. That's interesting.
Yeah,
Man.
there was.
Oh, they weren't acquired by CNBC. I apologize. They were acquired by Infinite Reality.
Like if you look at VR, right? So let's say they buy that, and you look at a company like Terra, what's it called? Terra and Virtua, and that was like a crypto company. But what I liked about that was they partnered with Paramount, and you could watch like movies virtually and then buy. I was never into that stuff, but NFT. So if they take that and mainstream it, where it's no crypto bullshit involved, but the same scheme where you have a virtual world that you created, your friends can come watch content, you have online collectibles that you buy, you can play games inside of there, like like World of Warcraft, and you sort of have like a collectibles area. It makes sense because people are affording smaller and smaller houses these days. You got UK, China. These are going to be your incubators where they don't have a lot of space, but they like collectibles.
Right. Right. Dude, those NASDAQ long entries crazy. I was in at 31. Now it's at 63. New high a day. I had it. I was watching the 15-minute, Jeremy, not your 1 minutes.
Uh-huh. I was already 4 steps ahead of you, man. What are you talking about?
See, that's also, and now that's all. What's great about everybody having their own analysis is right. He was looking at the 1 minute was looking bearish. I was looking at the 15-minute, which was looking we have been bullish. It's important to know what your strategy is. It's important to know what system and your order flow, and also to do some time frame analysis. If you do trade the 1 minute, keep an eye on the 5 and the 15 too, right? Look at the higher time frame direction. That'll really help you find those cleaner and easier trades.
Absolutely.
Versus the counter trend trades. Look at gold, man. Great exit on gold.
Correlate your time frames and your trade plans will be flawless.
Yep.
Well, as flawless as they can be.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was bearish on the 1 minute for just a few minutes. It swept liquidity and bounced right back off that support level. And you could pull the 15-minute chart and see where it exactly is. It's just an MM. But
I don't think we swept the liquidity because we didn't break this recent low we had here from 27. Right. So we were just sort of pulling back. We came back into this order block area we had, which would be a 1 minute area of support. But you never know if those order blocks hold until they actually hold.
Right. And we still have an MM target for QQQ anyway at 494.60. And we're just chugging along, just slowly trending up to it after we swept all the liquidity on support around that 490 area.
Nice. Darko, are your if you're still in here on YouTube, are your Apex accounts, are they evals or are they funded yet? Still waiting on oil, by the way, guys. 69.12, 69 even. Pretty strong key level right there. Damn, NASDAQ. Let's check our weighted index, pumping higher. VIX at previous day's low, trying to move lower, which is bullish on ES.
Korean investors bet big on Tesla and leveraged ETS. I know exactly what ticker they're in. Oh, man.
Consumer confidence continued deteriorating as Americans' expectation for the economy hits their lowest level in 12 years.
Wow.
12 years. Trump's great for America. But we have to we have to readjust, right? Markets need to recondition. Markets need to correct themselves. We can't just keep making all-time highs forever. I personally feel like this correction we had on the daily time frame on ES and NQ for the past month is a blessing. It is
Absolutely.
truly a blessing.
I've been saying this for a while. I want to put this on a hat, a red hat. I want to say, make volatility great again.
There you go.
Because it brings us exactly these opportunities that we wouldn't have in another presidency. It's unfortunate for some long-term investors to see a pullback like this, but it's necessary. I mean,
Right.
you look left on a monthly chart, and you'll see every pullback is really just that. It's not a crash; it's a pullback.
Right.
No market's being sabotaged here. It's just things are adjusting. And
if you look at it, Jared, like 80% of the time, and now with AI, you can just ask it, but 80% of the time, the market goes up. So, but what sells? Negativity.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
If you look at one of the most interesting, I guess, truths of that is when Dave Portnoy came to Toronto, and there was a small news outlet that trashed him hard. So he brought her on, and he was like pissed, man. He's like, I'm gonna lay into her, blah blah blah. And then she just told the truth. She's like, look, like I'm small, negativity sells, look at my ratings from it. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna let you go. Good on you. He lets her go, and he's like, I can't get mad at her, man. Like, look at her, what she did. So she lied. She lied about everything about what Portnoy was there. He tested pizza, but he got like ratings up locally for everyone. He did a lot of positive in Toronto, but she was saying the opposite. But he's like, you know what? Look at the ratings. You can't.
Yep.
So my point is that negativity sells, not positivity. So people are always like negative. The market goes up 80% of the time. You better buy pullbacks.
I call them the Chicken Little crowd, and it's more than one reason.
The sky's falling.
You get a bunch of hens together, and they if you look at chickens, if there's an outside influence of negativity, like there's a fox lurking nearby, you can see they all cluck, they all get negative, and they all start to just panic. And it spreads really quickly. But when there's something really positive going on, they just focus on what they're doing. They're quiet. They're just pecking away at they're eating their lunch, whatever. They're all happy. So when the chickens start to cluck, and they're afraid of really no threat because the farmer's going to take care of that fox, man. It's really just a whole bunch of negativity spreading like wildfire. It really is. And I just say, let the chickens cluck. We got better things to do. We know where the food is.
Damn, Ironclad. Those are some big returns on investments you got there. Swinging around, 400%.
Nice.
Those are
good.
just the results of pullbacks on some crap that I'm still holding on to right now.
Nice.
Tradeovate got their trade.
Since I discovered this MSTU, NVDX, TSLL, and things, man, I've been swinging those every time it dips. There's added some more to it,
Yo, guys.
I think that we just got to figure out the right selling point here because I don't want to be a bag holder,
Yeah. Nah, listen, we're buying the bottoms right now, so we have some time. What was that big percentage? Was that like an Apple? Was it it had to have been an option, I would think.
That's good.
Nice.
Good. The stock?
Yeah, Robinhood, man. Yeah, that looked like it was gonna pump for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited about Robinhood and them being in the real estate market. If they can do what they did for zero commissions and drive the real estate market where I can go to their site and buy a house without having to wait 45 days for a closing.
On Robinhood?
Yeah, dude. Like,
Yep.
The way that it works is like Open Door and everything else. What they do is they buy the house because it's a stock. So they're buying houses in the neighborhood and they're using their AI to generate what the house is worth and what it could sell for at a little profit. So they would just straight up, like you list your house with them or you do a write up and they're like, okay, they look at it. If it makes sense, they buy it from you. So if you say your house is worth 1.7 million, they're like, okay, look at it. Okay, yeah, and we can make 100 or 200,000 off of this statistically within the next 3 months, and this is the buying time there. They straight up send you a check. They're like, boom, here's your money, get the fuck out, and then somebody buys it.
What?
That's looking, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
no joke.
crazy.
Yeah, it is actually that easy, but it's dangerous when the market's bad.
Yep.
Sitting on inventory.
Mm.
Kept buying, and so AI is not perfect, but they kept buying during a down market. But the stock investors were essentially leading the way to allow them to have an inventory. Now, if you look at Open Door or any of these that are buying, just like Hood, they can sit on inventory so long as the market doesn't go under $1. Like Open Door keeps going back up.
Right.
If the market turns around in the spring, you're going to see that inventory flip, and hopefully they profit just like Hood. So I think it's the future to get rid of real estate agents. It's just like, here's my house, because nobody cares. Like, I live on the lake. You can have a polished house that's not 10 out of 10. That buyer doesn't care. And you can have a trash house and sell it for near the same because they're like, well, I might tear it down. And that nice house, they might tear it down. So they don't care if it's finished. You know what I mean? It's irrelevant.
Right.
Look at that open chart. I mean,
Yeah.
they have to like they're gonna be like the Carvana, man.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because people don't understand them. They don't understand that you basically
look at the
write them
volume.
and right now they're not buying because they're sitting on inventory. But if the market turns around, they've got a ton of inventory that they can offload and then repurchase, and it's all going to be with investor dollars, right? So as they start making sales in the spring and the summer, Open can pump. I already bought Open and it doubled. I put a lot of money in, and it doubled, and it's like it went up 4x in the spring last year, I think it was. Spring and summer that's when you want to buy Open right now,
I actually wheels trade that from time to time.
Look at the volume of last week and it's not as high as the selling volumes from the last 3 weeks, but it is significant enough to say, you know what, people are loading up on this and they're willing to wait until he does a Carvana move,
Yeah, Carvana was a bit of an inside job, but same idea where they deliver the car, blah, blah, blah. I think Open Door is more legit. They need to tighten their buying practices, right? Like their AI buying practices. But other than that, it's the future because you get rid of the real estate agents. What do? And again, in this market, and I'm sure everybody's buying and selling houses over the years, nobody cares if your house is nice or not nice. It's neighborhood now.
Yep.
Yeah. Could always fix a house. Can't fix the neighborhood.
Yep.
Always fix a house, and a polished house, actually, for the most part, it's not worth it, right? It's better to just leave it as is because they're gonna complain about everything you did anyway. Your taste on everyone else's. Open Door gets rid of that because you can't complain anymore to a real estate agent back and forth. You buy it or you don't, right? So it's kind of perfect.
Good point,
And
Ellen.
the Hood is investing pretty heavy on that, man. They're in the crypto space and they're in this, in the real estate now. So it's like they're hitting the two markets where we need faster solution, I mean, honestly, I got a house on the market for a couple of months now. I have an offer, and I'm waiting on a letter from the bank to say that the buyer has paid off their credit cards or whatever. I'm like, man, we're supposed to close in 3 days. What's happening? I need that process, man.
Yeah, whereas you sell it to Open, you get the credentials or Hood, they look at the market, they say they're not saturated in that particular neighborhood. And what you want to buy, they'll tell you, they'll say, you're out to lunch, like, you want, I think you said you had a duplex or whatever in Washington before, but the point is, let's say you're like, oh, it's worth 400 or 500,000. They're like, look, you're out to lunch, it's 420 because we need to make some money, but it's that day. It's like turnaround.
All right, a little off topic. Back to
Totally
gold
agree.
real quick. I agree, guys. What you guys are saying, I had no idea that whatchamacallit, that, oh my goodness, that Robin Hood was making that big of an impact on the real estate market. But
If they offer me 2.5 for my house, I'll take it. I'm in a great neighborhood. Someone's running the vacuum cleaner.
You hear that in the back?
Yeah, it's a liquidity sweep.
That's really funny. I thought you heard that somebody's mowing the lawn outside.
I try to make fun out of everything.
For sure, but it's 480 right there, man.
That wouldn't have been good.
Yeah, I almost went, but then I see this big spoofer that's sitting at 2,500 right there.
Yo,
I
look
don't
at
know if it's there's a big seller at 2,500. He keeps moving his orders. He was at 2,400 yesterday. He's at 2,500 today. And I know you got your book map there, so you can probably see that more detail than I can. I just see one big red bar.
on where you're looking at NASDAQ.
Yeah.
Yep.
You.
Yep. So yeah, that bar we tried to move lower, but we only had one sell bubble. So like, yeah.
But look at those triple digits, 126 right there at 2,500.
One-
We hardly see triple digits. And right below at 2,491, there's also triple digit.
Where are you looking at? What are you looking at? I'm sorry.
2,491, which you were about to hit. If we hit that, we're going to go all the way up to 2,500.
And you see what there? You see low volume there?
Now I see a big seller sitting there.
Oh, okay.
491.75. Now he just moved this order by a tick.
That's interesting that you could see that order, and I don't see that on Bookmap. I have the next heavy order I have is 20,500.
Yeah, now there's 2491.75, and that guy's still there at 2,500.
I'm noticing a lot of irregularities with Bookmap. Like I'm on TradeOvate L2 data, and my Bookmap doesn't have near the graphical information that Kevin's does. He's on Rhythmic, and I'm like, L2 should be L2, but
Like I could understand it being a little different because they are different data companies, data sources, like Rhythmic versus TradeOvate. Like one might get it from Morningstar, one might get it from the NASDAQ. But like minor differences, it really shouldn't be that impactful where it's like changing a whole bias or anything like that.
Actually, it does because my Rhythmic L2 on my Ninja Trader is very different than my TradeOvate L2, even when I pull it up on Ninja Trader.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I use the L2 as a order block stuff for my bot, and man, the Rhythmic gives me so much more detail than TradeOvate does.
That's cool. That's interesting. Well, not cool, but
I wish I could integrate with the Ameritrade or TOS, but they don't have the integration with TOS.
yeah. All right. Let's see. New article dropped on Benzinga. Is China about to wreck U.S. tech? Let's see. What do you guys think? With all the AI situation, China making AI so much cheaper, even with just DeepSeek being an example of how they made DeepSeek with, what was it, a fraction of the amount of money that they used to make ChatGPT, and it was practically identical, right? They used like 2 or 3 million versus ChatGPT used like 1 billion, and it was the same thing.
So think about it this way, right? When you create a patent and you take your production from here to China, what is that doing to China? Is educating them on how to build something.
Yep.
Which is exactly the same thing that's happening with tech, with globalization, right? You take your technology and you ship it someplace else to get, managed or built or offshored or whatever that is. You're educating that culture and that country on how to do something.
Right.
And
Yeah.
they can replicate it.
Yeah. Even if you have a patent on it.
Yeah. The patent doesn't really mean anything. You change something and the patent goes away.
Yep. That's why some huge ones really make they'll have freaking hundreds of patents so that it can sort of try to stay away from situations like that. But it's hard. It's like you said, once they change one thing, they could just claim that as their own product. End of story.
I got to kick off at about 11:05 so I can get ready for the watch list today.
Yeah.
I had to get some swing trades lined up here.
Crude oil just hit demand. It's about time. It's 11 o'clock. Took it long enough.
About to sell some covered calls on MSTU. $8 is all I want.
I think somebody posted this before, but China's been able to replicate too long.
Pretty much, yeah. Let's see here.
All right, guys. Market's gonna go to the moon in 3 minutes. I have work call to do, and then I'm gonna hit the gym. So
This
But it
is
sounds
funny.
like we're mooning.
the market alert for today.
Nice. I want to get NASDAQ longs 2047. 2447.
Shorts. Let's go shorts.
Get out of here.
Drop it like it's hot.
I mean, I love it. You know, a red day, and red days are awesome. I don't like bullish.
I can agree. I mean, the market tends to tank faster than it rises. That whole fear sells thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The bullish days forcing us to buy higher.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, not me. I look for the secondary moves. So I'm, technically buying higher, selling higher, but
Buying higher, selling higher.
I've gotten pretty good at spotting the bottoms too, though.
I'm looking for this for a potential entry.
This halfback is like 407 or 204.76.
So that 37 EMA on the 1 minute chart, we've been holding that this entire move up from 9:15 this morning or we broke above it and
Bing. Halfback met. Now what?
On it.
Nice work. Fib target's 88 if it's going to push here, but I'm not so sure it's going to make it above 80 here. Yeah. Oh, crap. We're going to hit the fib twice. And then 95. I thought we had somebody coming out.
I looked earlier. I didn't see anything.
It may not have been a Fed speaker. It may be like a news brief or something from the
Here, let's see. Check right now.
White House or something like that.
Nope. 6-week bill auction in 30 minutes. 2-year note auction in 2 hours.
Not much.
API crude oil stock change. That's going to be at 2:30. Is that 2:30 or is that 4? That's 4:30. I got to learn my Charlie, Delta, Gamma, Vega, Mike, all that.
Let's have a look at BTU. Yeah, all right. Broke resistance. BTU, I have a swing trade target of $16.30. I'll be talking about that
I
today.
wanted to see NAS hit this area right here. It's 20,460. I think we're going to come into it. It's low volume over there. Now there's a heavy passive buyer sitting there too.
Consolidation. Bounce from 78 to 88.
Alright, I gotta get going, guys. I'm gonna see market. Thank you.
You too, man. We'll see you.
Yo, good luck, brother. Be good. Be good. You green on the day? Were you able to take anything?
I'm in on one account and I'm red on the other account, so I'm good.
All right. All right. Gotta take it easy. Take it for what it is. Have a good day, bro. Be good.
Yeah, I think I should pass my big profit this week, so that's good.
There you go.
Dude, that's awesome. Congrats. Good job. That's not your first pass, is it?
Nah, big profit will be my first pass, not on it.
Got you. Cool, man. Cool. Good luck and congrats.
Yeah, take care.
Absolutely. Take care, bro. What's it, 11:02? We could wrap up stream now, but I'm just having too much fun. I don't even know what today's Tuesday. Probably gonna. I may buy money for the day too, so I'm probably gonna wrap it up and go make a video on China and AI stocks.
Yeah.
That post up there, Jeremy. That's I think an edge is on 1,006. So time frame on that is about it fluctuated between 45 seconds and down to 50 from the volume case.
Nice. So it's working out a system to find a solution for, well, gappy, ticky-tacky type of price action. Bam!
Oh, I just saw
Nailed that
Pierre.
fib and blasted right to that 95 target. Damn, Gina.
Nice. Yo, Pierre, I see you're still in here. Pierre said, I took GC. Thank you, Kevin. My first trade in your program. Dude, that's awesome, man. Yo, you guys are really liking that class. And I'm glad because that took so much time and so much effort to put together. Literally hundreds of slides of information, like 8.5 hours of just content, session after session. Homework for each session. You could always backlog, back at one. Good stuff. Cool stuff. Bang, bang, bang. What's that, Jeremy? You hit profit?
Yeah, I just exited. Doc started barking. I'm like, okay. I legit did it. I'll show you what I did. This is one of those times, rare times, where I took one that wasn't a big winner and turned it into a big winner. I rarely ever average, but this was the time to do it.
What's a better opening, guys? Opinions. What video would you watch longer? Would you say, okay, let me sit and see what this guy has to say? If I started with, is China planning to wreck U.S. tech? Which I think that's a good one right there. That's just the title of the article. Or what if China isn't just copying U.S. tech, but planning to destroy it? You know, just obviously not destroy it. I'm going to switch that word out, but it's what they had in the article. I think the first one.
I think retaliatory tariffs are null at this point. There's really, unless they push it over 100% on us to retaliate, they're not going to get anywhere.
No, this doesn't have anything to do with tariffs. Here, there's a few things that are in it. So it's more about AI. So first, China noticed that DeepSeek's release temporarily knocked $1 trillion off U.S. tech market. Remember that DeepSeek came out and tech stocks sold off like crazy. Then China's core, let's see, physical widgets more than its software. China's core is more on the physical widgets more than its software. So they have a lot more materials. Obviously, it's China. Also, China's, it gives me like a list of 6 things. I won't read them all to you because I would never do that to you guys. But but that's why I make the videos, because I feel like it's good to have this information, but to read a 5-minute article every time something comes out, it's a little tedious. So what do? I'll read the article and I'll break down a 30-second video covering everything you need to know. And that's why I like doing them. Pretty cool. Crude oil in demand. I wanted to see how. Okay.
Oh, I'm looking at a real stinker to get long on. Sorry, I'm like hell bent on figuring out some of this tariff stuff, and the one thing that it stands to boost is local resources, materials.
Nice.
Like, you know, there's lithium and graphite and all the other fun stuff. But we have more rare earth minerals available in the United States than we're letting on. I'm gonna try and find the companies that are sitting on them.
Damn, Jeremy, nice long trade, dude.
Well, thanks, dude.
Look at that. Very nice.
That's like, what, 8 minutes? No. Let me see here. 58. was the
All right, I'm
second
going to wrap
entry.
up the stream, guys. YouTube, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Appreciate you all for being here. Join us tomorrow. We'll go live again. Tomorrow is Wednesday. And don't forget, guys, join me, Futures Fever on Benzinga, this Wednesday for a chance to win a free